Hey Shooby-Doodlers, how are you doing? In this video I'm going to show you how to draw Matilda as drawn by Quentin Blake, who's the fantastic artist who illustrated all of Roald Dahl's amazing stories. Quentin Blake often uses an old-fashioned dip pen like this one, and sometimes he uses a piece of stick to draw with, but you can use any pen you like. But let's not talk about it, let's do it. To draw Matilda, all we'll need is a pen, and to paint we might need some paints and a brush. Now if you hold your pen really tight like that, I want you to try not to, and I want you to hold your pen further back, because we want to get this shaky kind of look that Quentin Blake does. And we're going to start up at the top here, and we're going to come around and sort of slide, not quite pointy, but going to come around like that, and this is going to be Matilda's face, and we can draw some hair coming down like that. Quentin Blake just throws lines in there, he's such a great artist. And then we're going to have two little dots for eyes, and immediately some life comes into the drawing then, doesn't it? And we need a little nose, and then we might have the smile coming all the way up and around, and then just a little bit kind of back like that, cheeky kind of smile. And then we're going to want to have a neck coming down below, quite a long neck actually that Matilda has. And then let's put her shoulders in like that. She's going to have her arms out wide going ta-da, and you kind of want, if you draw a line down there, and that's about as far as you want to go, so that'll be her cuffs on her dress there, and that will come back in, and she's quite a skinny little thing, so that will come down there, and you'll find this head is about the same length as her top. And then we're going to want a skirt coming out. And again, by holding the pen right at the back like that, you get slightly wobbly lines, which is the way, kind of the way that Quentin Blake does it. Those wobbly lines we all know and love. Now for the hand, we're going to come out and have a thumb, and then these kind of pointy fingers. I think he does them a lot faster than that. And then we want the thumb, and then pointy finger and a pointy finger and a pointy finger like that. When you look at them, they look like a bit of wood that's been snapped off, and they don't look like hands at all, but because they're Quentin Blake's hands, they do. So we want now to put some hair in there. This will be coming kind of down there, and this is not too difficult to draw. And then so these lines then want to get a bit longer, so we get this sort of curve coming around at the bottom. And in fact he does some kind of squiggles in there as well, which I find really difficult to do. And there's going to be some kind of folds and things in the dress there. Are you following? Are you doing all right? Okay, let's do the legs. So she's going ta-da, which means she has her feet in a sort of ballet first position kind of thing, so her legs just come straight down there, don't worry about them. And then her feet are like kind of sausages or loaves of French bread, and the one leg behind is like that, so there's a little triangle there, and we carry on that line like that, and then the other bit is there, and there's the sock, and ta-da, and that's going to come around there as well, and put a couple of little bows in there as well. So that's her feet. That's very simple. Nice and easy to do. And then she's always sort of reading a book, isn't she? So let's have a book in here, and this is, let's start with a diamond shape. It's across and down, down, down like that, and then that's the kind of the edge of the book there, and we're going to have it page kind of open like that, and then that can go across, and we'll have a picture. That's a fancy children's book illustration there, and we'll have some writing in there. This is my little paint box here, and You can use any watercolour you like. I've got links for this and my paintbrush here, which is a Pentel Aquash brush, which I love because the water is in the handle, so you don't have to go and find water and pots and things like that. And you'll find links for these on Amazon on my website, and you'll find a link to the website down below. So we're going to need 3 colours, that's all, and we're going to start with only 2 colours. So there's water in this handle, so I'm kind of squeezing it a little bit and getting some water in my mixing area here. And I'm going to start with this red, which I think is a scarlet, I think. So we want this pinky kind of colour. It's a little bit orangey, isn't it? So I'm going to add that other red to it just to make it look a bit more pink rather than orange. And then we can paint her face. I think that's a little bit too strong, so I'm going to clean my brush, add a bit more water. And we're not going to paint all the way to the top there because that's kind of, the light is coming down and it's reflecting on her skin there. So it's just making it look like a bit of a bright, shiny day. So we paint the neck and the hands and the legs, and that is really, really easy. So you're not painting lots of paint on there. You're kind of colouring it in with coloured water, very thinly coloured water. Now next we want this colour here, which is called French Ultramarine. Oh no, that's not French Ultramarine, but that's quite nice. That's the wrong one. This should be French Ultramarine here. So, oh, I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Anyway, let's use this blue. They look the same, don't they? I think that blue looks the same as that blue. I've muddled up the paints in my paint set a bit, I think. Anyway, let's use this blue. We're going to paint her dress like that. And that's quite easy. And it doesn't matter if you go over the line. I'm going to make that just slightly stronger, actually. Oh no, it's too strong. It doesn't matter if you go over the lines, because that's what Quentin Blake does all the time. He is the master of going over the lines. And while I'm at it, I'm going to put a little bit of red in there like that. So that's the fancy coloured illustration in the picture book. And now all we need is some grey. Well, there isn't any grey in this set. So what we do is we get the blue and we get this dark brown here. This one's called burnt umber. And we kind of mix them together. And you have to keep adding one to the other until you get a kind of a grey. And you keep adding and it goes a bit too brown, then it goes a bit too blue, but somewhere in the middle you're going to get something grey. And then we can use that to make her hair like that, and we'll paint her hair around there. It's a bit green because I'm using the wrong blue, but never mind, it doesn't matter. You probably haven't got the right colours either. So, and then we have a bit of shade down there. We can colour in the boots as the shoes at the same time, because they're kind of in the shadow underneath her dress. And we can maybe put a little bit in there as well. And there you go. And there you go. How to draw and paint Roald Dahl's Matilda in the style of Quentin Blake. Real easy. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to Draw Stuff Real Easy and keep coming back every week for lots more videos. I would love to see how you draw your version of this. You can share your drawing with me and everyone else on Instagram using the hashtag Draw Stuff Real Easy.